This true life story about Precious has been broken 6 times. 6 men promised her forever, but left her with nothing but pain. She no longer believes in love. She gave all the men that date her nothing but love and care. They keep on leaving her, so to her, every man is the same liar, user, heartbreaker. She accepted her faith. I live by it. Do you think Precious will ever love again? Stay with me to the end and don't forget to subscribe. Precious was beautiful, intelligent, and admired by many. Everywhere she went, heads turned, and whispers followed her like shadows. Men wanted her, women envied her. But behind the glow of her smile was a secret no one could read. Her friends often teased her. Precious, when will you settle down? You're not getting any younger. Stop forming hard to get. Love is sweet. Oh, she would only laugh, sip her drink, and change the subject. Outwardly, she acted as if relationships bored her. Inwardly, she was carrying a wound no one could see. 6 times. She had opened her heart 6 times. It had been crushed like glass beneath careless feet. Each man had taken a part of her trust until there was nothing left to give. But nobody knew this to the world. She was simply choosing to stay single. Only she knew the truth that love had betrayed her one too many times. Now, at 28, Precious had mastered the art of pretending. She attended weddings and danced with friends. But when couples exchanged vows, her chest tightened. She listened to men confess their feelings, but her ears translated their words into lies. They can never be trusted. She told herself, not anymore. And yet, late at night, when the world was quiet, she lay awake wondering, what if I am wrong? What if one man is different? What if I am running from the very thing meant to heal me? The truth was simple. Precious was tired of bleeding. She had built her walls not because she hated love, but because she feared it, and no one, not even her closest friends, knew the real reason why she refused every man who came her way. But secrets don't stay hidden forever. One afternoon, her friend called her one day and reminded her for the wedding of next month. Precious woke up the next morning to the sound of her alarm. She lay still, staring at the ceiling, her chest heavy as though the night had pressed stones upon her heart. Her phone buzzed again. Amara, another reminder about the wedding. Precious ignored it, tossing the phone aside. She wasn't ready to face the questions, the smiles, the endless conversations that would somehow end with, so when is your own wedding? If only they knew. If only they understood why she avoided relationships like a plague. She got up slowly, moving to the mirror. Her reflection stared back. Flawless skin, bright eyes, a beauty that could have made any man weak. Yet behind that beauty was pain, a story she never told. She touched the mirror gently, as though her reflection were a stranger. They think I'm strong. They think I don't care. But if they knew the truth, her mind drifted back to the first heartbreak. She was barely 20 then, young, innocent, trusting. He had promised to stay, but in the end, he walked away without looking back. After him came another and another. Each betrayal was like a stone dropped into her heart until the weight became unbearable. 6 stones, 6 betrayals now. Every time a man spoke sweet words, she heard the echo of lies. Every time someone reached for her hand, she remembered the hands that had let her go. The world saw a confident woman. Inside, she was a battlefield of broken promises. Suddenly, her phone buzzed again. A different number this time, unknown number. Precious, I know why you don't trust men, but you can't hide forever. Her blood ran cold. She stared at the message, her hands trembling. Who could know? She had never told anyone the full story. Not even Amara. Her phone buzzed again. See you at the wedding. Precious dropped the phone, her heart pounding. She hadn't even agreed to go, but now something or someone was pulling her into a story she couldn't escape. Precious, Precious. Her mother's voice rang out over the phone before she could even say hello. It was the same conversation they had every other day. And Precious already knew where it was heading. My daughter, Mama began, you are not getting younger. By next 2 years, you will be 30. Do you want me to leave this world without holding my grandchildren? Precious closed her eyes, pressing her fingers against her temple. The words pierced deeper than she would ever admit. "Mummy, please let's not start this again today. Which day will we start?" Mama snapped, her tone rising. "Your mates are married. Some already have children in school. Every time I go to market, they ask me, 'Mama Precious, when is her wedding?' Do you want to disgrace me? Do you want people to laugh at me that I raised a daughter who cannot keep a man?" Precious swallowed hard. Keep a man? If only her mother knew. If only she understood that. Precious had tried 6 times and each time had ended in betrayal. "Mummy, not everyone is as lucky as your friend's daughters," she said quietly. "Lucky," Mama scoffed. "It is not luck, it is character. Tell me the truth, Precious. What is wrong with you? Why do men keep leaving you? Is it your mouth? Is it your attitude? You must check yourself, because it cannot always be the me." Her mother's words cut sharper than a knife. Precious bit her lip, fighting back tears. She wanted to scream, "It wasn't me. They lied, they used me, they broke me." But the words never left her throat. After the call ended, she sat in silence, her chest burning with questions she had buried for years. What is wrong with me? Am I cursed? Why do they always leave? She looked around her quiet apartment, the loneliness pressing in. Her friends were engaged, married, or raising children. She, on the other hand, was stuck in a cycle of heartbreak and suspicion. Precious was tired. Tired of her mother's constant reminders. Precious was tired. Tired of her mother's constant reminders. Tired of the comparisons. Tired of everyone assuming her life was incomplete because she was single. Her friends weren't helping either. "Precious, Abig, stop acting like love doesn't exist." Amara teased one evening. "You can't keep living like this. You're too fine to waste away alone." "Waste away?" Precious scoffed. "So because I don't have a man, my life is wasted? Don't be stubborn." Another friend, Ivy, cut in. "At least give it a try. Just one blind date, who knows? He might surprise you." Precious shook her head firmly. "Never. I'm done with men. They are all the same." But the more she resisted, the more her friends pushed. They called, begged, teased, and disturbed her so much that out of frustration, she finally agreed. "Fine, I'll go just one date. But after this, don't ever disturb me again." That Friday evening, Precious found herself sitting in a cozy restaurant, her red dress glowing under the dim lights. She waited nervously, regretting her decision. Already minutes later, the man arrived. He was handsome enough, dressed neatly, and wore a charming smile. At first, he seemed polite, asking about her job, her hobbies, her family. Precious thought, maybe this won't be so bad after all. But soon, the cracks began to show. "So you work in finance, right?" He leaned closer, his eyes gleaming. "That means you earn well. I like independent women. You can spoil your man." "Yeah." Precious's smile faded. She watched him carefully. Saying nothing, he continued, laughing carelessly. "Honestly, dating a woman like you is jackpot. I mean, what's the point of struggling when you can meet a beautiful, successful lady like yourself who can take care of things?" Don't you think her stomach turned? In that moment, she saw through him completely. He wasn't interested in her heart, her dreams, or her soul. He only saw her as a bank account, an opportunity to enjoy without effort. She leaned back, her expression cold. "So that's it. That's why you're here. To find a woman to sponsor your lifestyle." The man shifted uncomfortably but tried to laugh it off. "Oh, come on, Precious. Don't take it that way. I'm just saying a woman like you, with money and beauty, should be generous. You know what I mean." Her chest tightened, not with hurt, but with anger. She stood up, picked her bag, and looked him straight in the eye. "I knew agreeing to this was a mistake. Thank you for reminding me why I don't trust men." Before he could respond, Precious walked out of the restaurant, her heels striking the floor like a warning bell. At night, thinking about her life, a strange calmness filled her. Yes, her friends would ask questions. Yes, her mother would complain again. But one thing was certain, she was done trying. Love was a battlefield, and she refused to bleed any more. Morning, sipping tea while scrolling through her phone. Her friends hadn't stopped buzzing her since last night. Amara finally called, her voice full of excitement. "Babe, How did it go? Don't keep us waiting. Precious let out a sharp laugh. Go well, you people nearly sold me to a gold digger. That so-called blind date was nothing but a man looking for a woman to sponsor his lazy life. There was silence on the line. Then Ivy gasped, "What? Are you serious?" "Very serious." Precious snapped. "The man practically said I was his jackpot. Because of my money. Imagine. I told you people I'm done with men, but you wouldn't listen. Now do you see?" Amara sighed. "Precious, I'm sorry. We just wanted you to try again." Not all men are the same. Stop saying that. Precious cut her off, her voice trembling. "I've heard it before. 6 times. And every single time, it ends the same way. Don't push me again, please. I can't take it anymore." Her words were heavy with finality. The call ended quietly, and for the first time in weeks, her friends left her alone, but peace never lasted long in Precious's life that evening. Just as she was settling down with a book, her phone lit up. "Mama." She hesitated before answering, already bracing herself. Precious, her mother's voice came sharp and urgent. "I've heard enough. You think you can keep hiding from me? You think you can keep giving excuses, Mummy? Please, no, don't mummy me. I am coming to Lagos. Yes, I am coming there myself. Since you are not ready to listen, I will come and see with my own eyes what is going on. Or have you turned yourself into an old woman at 28? Precious's chest tightened, her hand trembling as she held the phone. She wanted to argue, to defend herself, to scream that she was tired. But her mother's words pressed down like a weight she couldn't lift. "I'll be there soon," Mama declared. "Let me know the truth why you keep rejecting men. This nonsense must end." Line went dead. Precious sat frozen, her heart pounding. The walls she had built around her secrets were about to be tested not by men, but by her own mother, and this time, there would be no escape. The following morning, Precious was still in her nightdress when she heard a knock at the door. She wasn't expecting anyone. Slowly, she opened it only for her heart to nearly stop. "Mummy," she gasped, her eyes wide. "You told me you'd come in 2 weeks. Time, what are you doing here already?" Her mother brushed past her with the authority only mothers had. "I couldn't wait. There's no time. By the way, what kind of daughter are you that will argue about her own mother's visit? Move. Let me enter inside." Precious closed the door, still stunned, as her mother settled herself comfortably on the couch, glancing around with sharp, searching eyes. "So," Mama began, folding her arms, "what exactly is going on with you? Why is it that every time marriage is mentioned, you behave like someone is chasing you? Don't tell me stories." "Precious, I came to see for myself." Precious sighed deeply, sitting opposite her. The words she wanted to say about the betrayals, the pain, the scars got stuck in her throat. Instead, she forced a smile. "Mummy, please." "Not now." Mama gave her a long, piercing look, the kind that stripped away every excuse. "We will talk. Don't think you can escape me this time." The next day, her mom is still trying to talk to her. Before she could respond, Amara called her. It was Amara. She hesitated, then answered. "Precious, I'm sorry." Amara said softly, "About last night. We didn't mean to hurt you. We only wanted to." Without looking at him, Precious snapped, "Mind your business." The table went silent for a moment, then the man smiled faintly. "That look doesn't suit your face," he said softly. "You're too beautiful to wear anger like a mask." Precious's heart skipped just for a second, but she quickly pushed the feeling away, grabbed her clutch, and stood up. "Excuse me." She walked out of the hall, leaving her friend staring. The man frowned, turning to Amara. "Why is she like that? Did I offend her?" Amara forced a laugh. "No, she's fine. She's just Precious." Ivy shook her head. "Don't worry. She come around." But the man wasn't satisfied. His eyes followed Precious's disappearing figure. "Can I get her number?" he asked. Amara hesitated. "I don't think that's a good idea, please," he insisted, his voice calm but determined. "I only want to talk to her, I promise. I mean no harm, still unsure." Amara exchanged glances with Ivy. At first, she refused, but the man's persistence, his sincerity in the way he asked, finally wore her down. With a reluctant sigh, she scribbled, Precious's number on a piece of paper and handed it over. The man's eyes lit up. With quiet gratitude, "Thank you," he slipped the paper into his pocket, a small smile tugging at his lips. Precious had no idea her carefully built walls were about to be tested again. Precious's phone rang late in the evening. She frowned when she saw an unknown number. Hello, pretty lady," she answered coldly. "Who is this?" He said, "Good evening, it's me, the man from the wedding." Her chest tightened. "Who gave you my number?" "I didn't," before he could explain. She ended the call. Anger boiled inside her. She dialed Amara immediately. "Why did that man from the wedding call me?" Precious shouted. There was a pause. Then Amara's guilty voice, "Precious, I'm sorry. We gave him your number," but her voice shook with rage. "After everything I told you, after everything you know about me, how could you betray me like this?" She hung up before her friend could respond. For days, the man kept calling, then messages came on WhatsApp. She blocked him everywhere, but fate had other plans. One Saturday afternoon, Precious stopped by the supermarket. As she pushed her trolley out, she collided with someone at the entrance. She looked up and her heart sank. "You again," she said sharply. The man smiled calmly. "I didn't plan this. But maybe God did." Precious rolled her eyes and walked past him, heading to her car. She slipped into the driver's seat, put the key in the ignition, but the car wouldn't start. She tried again. Nothing. Frustrated, she hit the steering wheel. That was when she saw him again, standing by her window. "You're still here?" he asked gently. "My car won't move," she muttered, embarrassed. "Call your mechanic," he suggested. "I've been trying," she sighed. "His number is not going through." "Then let me call mine," he said firmly. He pulled out his phone, sent the location, and within 20 minutes, his mechanic arrived. The car was fixed. And as Precious prepared to leave, he smiled. "Help, please, forgive us." Precious's voice wavered. "I didn't mean those words either. I was just angry." "Of course I forgive you." There was relief on the other end. Then Amara added carefully, "So are you still coming with us to that wedding?" Precious let out a dry laugh. "No," I said, "no. And I mean it," before she could end the call. Her mother's voice cut sharply from across the room. "What did you just say?" Precious froze. "Mummy, I wasn't talking to you." "I heard very well." "Mama snapped." "You said no to a wedding." "Precious, you must go. Do you hear me? You must go." "Why are you running? Why are you hiding? What are you afraid of?" Her voice echoed through the small apartment, making Precious's chest tighten. Between her friends, please, and her mother's unshakable command, she felt cornered. She had sworn never to step into another wedding, never to watch Vez. That reminded her of her own broken dreams. But now, it seemed fate was pushing her toward the very place she had tried to avoid, and something inside her whispered that this wedding would not just be another ordinary event. It would be the turning point. She could never run from the night before the wedding. Amara and Ify stopped by Precious's apartment. They sat around her, smiling on the chair, trying one last time. "Tomorrow is the wedding," Amara said, sipping her juice. "So are you still going with us?" Precious folded her arms. "No, I've told you. I'm not going anywhere." Before Amara could reply, Mama emerged from the bedroom, tying her wrapper tightly around her waist. Her voice boomed across the room. "She is going. Don't mind her stubbornness. Precious, dress yourself tomorrow. You must go. Stop disgracing me." Precious sighed in defeat. She knew there was no escaping now. The next day, the wedding hall was filled with laughter, music, and the sweet scent of fresh flowers. Precious sat quietly at the table with her friends, her red dress glowing under the lights. She forced a smile, pretending to enjoy herself, but inside, her heart was heavy. Then he walked in, tall, handsome, dressed in an elegant black suit that fit him like it was made for his body. His presence drew attention immediately, though no one seemed to recognize who he truly was. A billionaire. But quietly hidden beneath a simple grace, he walked over to their table, smiling politely. "Good afternoon. Ladies, do you mind if I sit with you?" Precious's face hardened. "No seat here," she muttered under her breath. But her friends caught her eye sharply, silently warning her to behave. Amara quickly replied, "Of course. You can sit with us." The man sat down, his laughter warm, his energy filling the space. He cracked a joke, making Amara and Ivy laugh until their eyes watered. Precious, however, kept quiet, her lips pressed in a thin line. "Look at this one," she thought bitterly. Another useless man trying to impress women with fake smiles. The man turned to her, his voice gentle. "Pretty lady, you've not said a word since I came. Are you okay? Let me at least drop you off, since we're going the same way for the first time." She hesitated, then nodded. That ride changed everything. He didn't boast, didn't try to impress. Instead, he made her laugh with his gentle jokes, his stories about life, and the simple way he spoke. Eventually, on their first real date, Precious broke her silence. "I don't like men," she confessed, her voice trembling. "They've only hurt me, used me, broken me. That's why I don't trust anymore." He looked at her quietly, then said, "And I don't like women who only see me as a wallet. Every relationship I've tried, they came for my money, not my heart. That's why I don't trust either." Their eyes met. For the first time, Precious felt something different, a connection not built on lies or appearances, but on shared pain. What began as guarded conversations turned into friendship. Friendship bloomed into trust, and trust slowly grew into love. Months later, under the soft glow of candlelight, he knelt before her, holding out a ring. "Precious," he said, his voice steady. "For once, let us both believe. Will you marry me?" Tears welled in her eyes. Her walls, built over years of heartbreak, finally crumbled. "Yes," she whispered, and for the first time, love did not break her. It healed her. One pain doesn't define the future. Precious suffered betrayal from 6 different men and lost faith in love. But her story reminds us that our past heartbreaks don't have to dictate how our story ends. Healing is possible. 2. Not everyone is the same, just as not all men are untrustworthy. Not all women are after money. Sometimes, people who share the same struggles can understand and support each other better. 3. True love is built on honesty and patience. Precious only began to heal when she opened up about her fears, and the man shared his truth too. Real connections start with honesty, not pretense. 4. Family pressure can push, but Destiny decides. Her mother's words were heavy. Her friends made mistakes, but in the end, Destiny led Precious to love in an unexpected place. 5. Healing takes courage. It's easier to give up on love after pain, but Precious's story teaches us that taking one more step carefully, wisely can lead to the happiness we thought we lost forever. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you'll get notified anytime we post a new video.